Good afternoon. There's a lot of information floating around out there about when the COVID-19 virus will peak, when states may or may not attempt to return to some form of normalcy, and what both the short and long-term economic impact will be on all of us as a result of these decisions. In the short term, a prevailing concern is, of course, the health impact to not only ourselves, but to our coworkers, friends, family, and loved ones. In the email you received for this video, there is a link for the IHM chart that has one model showing projections for the spread and potential fatalities as a result of COVID-19. The IHM is the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation. It's an independent global health research center located at the University of Washington. While no model is perfect, and even this one has its critics due to a wide array of variables and fluctuations, it's the one that we know is being used to make policy and guideline recommendations regarding how to address COVID-19. Other models gaining attention include those from MIT, Columbia, Imperial, and Northeastern. We want to share this particular model with you to keep you informed and as up-to-date as possible and encourage you to check multiple news outlets to get a balanced perspective of information related to the COVID-19 crisis. Examples include MSN, Fox, CNN, and even the BBC are a good sampling of diverse outlets to get your information. When you click on the link, it will take you to the United States of America statistics. As you scroll down, you'll see a series of data points such as projected peak, number of beds, and potential new cases. However, I encourage you to then click on the arrow on the United States of America banner, scroll down to the individual states, particularly Ohio and Kentucky. There you will see what we are facing regionally, and the good news is it appears to be starting to peak or already has. This is a leading indicator that elected leaders are looking at when trying to get back to normal. There are several factors that go into this and other models, but it is a positive sign for all of us that the spikes appear to be minimizing and diminishing. Now, increased testing, diagnosis, as well as adjustments in social distancing and quarantine policies may impact this information. We encourage you to use this to better educate yourself on the actual impact of this virus. The second link we have provided is to the Claremont County Chamber of Commerce, who sponsored a leading economics expert to explain where we are currently in our economy and what the future holds. This is a pretty in-depth analysis in terms of global, national, and regional economic impacts of the COVID-19, quote, black swan event. Don't worry if you don't know what that means. I didn't either, and I had to look it up myself. A black swan event, in short, is something rare, unusual, or pretty much something that nobody saw coming. By any measure, COVID-19 fits that description. I encourage you to set aside the time to watch this presentation. It would be an hour and a half, well worth your time, because the news is better than you might think. You don't have to be an economics major to understand what he's talking about. Lord knows I'm not. Some key takeaways are that this economic dip, which we all know is inevitable, is not nearly as severe as the 2008-2009 crash, which triggered the Great Recession. While unemployment claims have dramatically spiked, many of these jobs are in the service sector. Indicators are that many of these claims hopefully will be short-lived once restrictions are adjusted or lifted. Additionally, the opportunities to rebound quickly are much more prevalent than they were in 2008 and 2009. Things like retail, restaurants, entertainment venues were never closed then and are closed now, will provide quick hits back into the economy as people start to go out again. Other indicators are that the Federal Reserve, or Fed, was way ahead of this, more than most people realize. Lower interest rates, business support, and other things that simply were not in play in 2008 and 2009 were preemptive moves to bolster this economy. Construction tends to lead the economy into a recession, and we also lead the way back out. While some projects like expansions or new construction in the hospitality industry that were planned for this year may be on hold, other areas are pressing forward. Manufacturing is poised to pick back up, and supply chain issues are already being adjusted to make sure raw materials are available. Another key takeaway is some companies may also look to source things closer to home and lessen their reliance on China and offshore manufacturers and suppliers. That could provide a big economic bump as well. Another item close to home for many of us is the real estate market. While sales have in fact dipped as people have hunkered down, overall property values have held steady and not tumbled like they did in 08 and 09 during the housing crisis. This is another positive sign where the economy can hold its own and rebound. Now, I don't want to spoil the ending, but I will tell you things can possibly recover quickly than most realize. Some sectors may recover or at least be close to where they were a year ago. This will take time and maybe well into 2021. But if we continue to collectively deliver on our obligations, be a valued partner or GCs, we can weather this storm much better than others who are far less prepared than we are. I hope you find this information valuable and realize this is a continued effort to keep you as informed as possible so you can make the best possible decision for yourselves and your future. As always, we're happy to answer and track down any answers for any questions or concerns you might have. You can reach me directly, scox@inapex.com. Thank you again for all you continue to do. Look out for yourselves, your teammates, families, and please stay safe.